What's up, guys? Welcome. Gonna have some Vanguard scrimmages going on. We have Sheepdog, and then my co-host along with me is Queen Southern Gal. How you doing, Southern?
Oh, I'm doing good, Sheepy. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. We're about to see some really cool action for those of you who are joining in who doesn't know what's going on. We got some inter squad action going on. We have some chaotic pandas versus Nacho pandas down for some Vanguard, and it's gonna be 3 rounds with 5 matches in each round. And there's nothing really on the line. Just here to have some fun. I mean, Southern, what? Yo, you just started getting into Vanguard. I mean, you're more of a Cold War person, but I know that you do like playing Vanguard. I don't know about you. I'm pretty pumped for this. So.
I mean, I'm pretty excited for it, but yeah, you're right. I've been more of a Cold War person for the longest. I think I've played Vanguard more in the past, I don't know, month versus the entire 6 months I've owned the game. There's that. Um, so definitely exciting to see something new other than Warzone or Cold War.
Oh, for sure, for sure. At the end of the day, it's nice to change things up, mostly because first off, it's just a new challenge. When you have different guns, when you have different maps, it's a really nice change of pace a lot of times, and I'm just excited to see it, especially given the fact that we got a lot of sweats in this lobby, and we're about to pull up those lineups here pretty quickly, but so we can talk about who's in what game, but on what team. I'm sorry, but it's pretty exciting. We have a lot of people from Freedom Gamers who are just extremely talented.
Oh, for sure. Some of these guys are pretty sweaty when they play.
Yes.
I think I get a little sweaty myself just watching them without even playing with them.
You would think it would rub off. I don't think it really rubs off, unfortunately. But But that's the thing too. We're just gonna have a lot of fun watching people freaking slay. I mean, and so let's talk about the first team, and we're gonna talk about Chaotic Pandas. So, on Chaotic Pandas, the teams are Panda Army, Integral, Ghost Override, Bama Red, Cynical, and Wavy. Wavy is a new addition he'll be playing instead of Banshee. And let me tell you, looking at this, Integral is the one who stands out to me. And I said Banshee, it's actually Apogee, who's extremely talented. Wavy does not have a 1.73, I don't believe. Apogee, we played with him yesterday, and he's just it was bananas. It was crazy watching him. He making crazy shots from all across the map. But on this team, to me, Integral stands out. This is a guy who, we've played a lot of Warzone with him. He's extremely talented, extremely sweaty. And the best part is he's a team player. He really is a team player. Is anyone stick out for you here on Chaotic Pandas?
Well, I think when I look at the teams, the ones that I've really played with the most in Call of Duty would be Cynical and Ghost. And it's interesting seeing the updated KDs for them because when we first made the team list, Ghost Override was at a 0.55 and is now up to a 1.6. So it seems like, I don't know what he's doing, but he might be one to kind of watch as far as an underdog status.
Well, he just started playing Vanguard. So, literally, I was asking him because I was playing with him earlier today, and I was like, dude, did your KD go up 0.5 while we were playing? He goes, yep, because he hadn't played hardly any Vanguard. And so, he's mostly been playing Cold War. So it'd be really interesting to see. Obviously, if you've been playing Warzone, you've played with these Vanguard guns for a while. But there may, and you may be right. He may be a sleeper. I'm more concerned, especially as we look into the Nachyo lineup. You look at this team that they have. They have Kyle, Dubs, Zanny, Shay, Johnny, and Choxby. This is a stacked team. And what really stands out is these are guys who love to play ranked. They love to play, and they're really familiar with CDL. And if you're not familiar with CDL, I'm just gonna jump right to it. So CDL is a little bit different than your regular multiplayer, especially if you play in Cold War. You just play, you're 24/7, uh, you're 24/7, Nuketown. If you play, where all the shipping containers are at, forgive me, I'm sorry, chat. I can't remember the name of it. But with CDL, you got limited guns, so you can't run a lot of the new guns that have been out, like the Marco 5, the NZ, a lot of these really, really nice, stable guns. Um, you're basically brought down to either the MP40, the STG, the Automaton. Some people run the Volk. Some people may run the Owen, but I mean, those are the primary ones. And when it comes to CDL, having experience with those specific weapons and the limited attachments that come with it, I mean, to me, and I could be wrong, Southern. You correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's going to have a major impact on people who don't have that experience.
Oh no, I think you're 100% right. I mean, some of the players, especially those that aren't really into the league play, like some of the other players, they're used to maybe one loadout and one loadout alone, and that loadout may not be available in the CDL term. So
Yeah.
they might struggle a little bit.
No, 100% right. I mean, I think that's a really important thing to know. Even just perks, there's a limited number of perks. You're not going to be able to run overkill. So, I mean, you're down to a pistol for your secondary. I mean, most people are running the rat pistol. And it will be interesting to see what kind of loadouts people run. There's obviously going to be some variations here and there. I've always been curious. I mean, typically what you'll see with people running CDL is using like the slate reflector, so it's a one-time sight. I believe it's one time, maybe like a 1.2 or something like that. But you're going to see a one-time sight essentially. Which I mean, if you don't have the experience with it, you may get caught on those long range plays, not being able to keep up. And so it'd be really interesting to see. It looks like if I'm looking at the the intro, when you're in the lobby and you see all the people walking, I'm seeing people. I see one guy with an automaton with a multiple optic on it. Like it looked like almost like a 2.5 or 3 time. So it'll be interesting to see what people are running. But I'm super stoked for this. I think it's going to be really exciting. And in Southern, I think that I'm looking at what we got. The very first map is going to be Tuscan, and it's going to be a hard point. So for those of you who are unfamiliar with CDL rules, and unfortunately I apologize, I don't have a graphic made for this, but basically what we're going to be running, I'll pull back up the CDL rules for this. But essentially what we're going to be seeing, and it's not domination, so I apologize, it's control instead of domination, but we're going to be seeing hard points, S&D, control, S&D, hard point. That's the order of the games that are going to be played. That's typical CDL, so kind of just going based on what the professionals do. So I'm excited for it, and I mean, Southern. I mean, well, and let's just talk about your personal preference. When you're running Vanguard, what do you like to run?
Oh, don't ask me that. I haven't played Vanguard enough to like really know what gun I'm using.
See, this is the thing. When she runs Cold War, and it drives me nuts because I don't know how she does it. She runs the MG82 constantly.
Hey, that
constantly.
thing got that gun got my KD up, especially when I stopped being stubborn and added an optic to it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I used to be trash at Cold War, and now I'm a little less trash. I think my issue with Vanguard is I haven't played it enough to really unlock weapons or unlock customizations in the gunsmith shop.
Yeah.
So I'm just kind of looking at what I got that is automatically kind of available for me. So ask me that question again after I've played Vanguard quite a bit.
Yeah, yeah, we'll see. I mean, I would probably the comparable for the MG82, and I hate to say this because it doesn't always work out like this, but honestly, the MG42, which is like the historical kind of comparison for the MG82, is probably your best bet if that's what you're comfortable with in Cold War. Probably the MG4 is it the MG? I think it's the MG42. I think that's what it is. Um, Give me 1 second. They are trying to figure out how to get. They're having a little bit difficulty right now getting the matches started. So we apologize. Just be patient with us. And we'll hopefully get Tuscan started fairly quickly here. But I see, and I'm more of an NZ guy, NZ MP40, especially in Warzone. And obviously we're not playing Warzone; it's a little bit different. When it comes to CDL, I think that probably my go-to on CDL, probably MP40. The range isn't as great on the MP40. I keep going back and forth between the MP40 and the Automaton, but I mean, you can't hardly go wrong with the MP40. You get that mobility in there. It's still got decent range, pretty good recoil on it. I just love the mobility. I think that's probably, out of all the CDL weapons that you could pick from, I think that that's the winner right there. Is the MP40. So we are still trying to get going. So we will let you know when we are set to go. So let's talk about Freedom Gamers real quick.
You read my mind. I was like, I had opened mouth to say that, and then all of a sudden you just, you know what? Let's talk about this. I couldn't even get that breath out.
That's so funny. Well, let's talk about Freedom Gamers. This is an interesting thing because we've been running. We've been in existence for how many months now? Is this 4 months now that we've been in existence?
On March 6th of this year.
March 6th. Interesting. Yeah.
So we're kind of creeping up on 5 months since Freedom Gamers was kind of birthed into existence here.
Man, that's hard to believe. Just when we came here with what, a little less than 20 people, and now we're up to over 70 full members. We have almost 110 people in the server. We do have a tournament section with people with tournament roles. So, probably most of the people who aren't full members are tournament members. But we've done some really cool things in the server. I mean, Southern, talk about your wagon wheel. Talk about why you wanted to start it. Talk about some of the cool things that you've seen come out of it. What the impact that you feel like the wagon wheel has had on the server and our members. Please go ahead and talk about that.
So the wagon wheel is just kind of a place for people to vent. A lot of us are going through some dark times. The world's going through changes. A lot of us are still kind of suffering from the effects of the pandemic. And, for a lot of us, including myself, the server is kind of like the closest thing to a family that we have. So it's really great to see people kind of have that blind faith in people that they've met on the internet and their, the vulnerability that they have. There's a lot of really great members that help post motivational posts to help people get through the day. We've talked about everything under the sun together, from family problems to relationship problems to helping each other set boundaries with people in our personal lives. And it's really great to see people come together and help lift each other up and be there to support one another in what could be the darkest time of somebody's life.
Yeah.
So it's really great to see. The wagon wheel for me was probably my favorite part about starting Freedom Gamers. Mental health is such a big stigma, and it's great to see that more and more people are willing to talk about it and willing to talk about things that they wouldn't normally open up about. And we've got people from all over the world that have just, shown their most vulnerable side that they wouldn't otherwise talk about.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that, I think that's a testament to, when we're talking about why do we start Freedom Gamers, and I think that that is a testament to who we are. The fact is, the fact of the matter is, like something like a peer support group is not easy to accomplish. It's not easy to institute. There's a lot of considerations that go into play when setting up something like a peer support group. So the fact of the matter is we put in a lot of work and effort to, and I say we, but I mean Southern was the one who spearheaded this, and we started it because at the end of the day, like we wanted to create an environment where not only is this a group of gamers, but that's not what defines us. It's the fact that we want to encourage each other, that we want to be there for each other, and I think the peer support group, and the reason why we love to talk about the peer support group is because that is a testament to the
Mhm.
character of our group, to the
Right.
philosophy that we have. So
When it comes to the wagon wheel, we make it very clear that it's not any kind of professional help or counseling. It's just people lifting each other up in their darkest times. We're here to support each other. We're here to lift each other up. Um, you know, like I said a minute ago, there's a lot of us that don't have that outside in the real world,
yeah,
and it's been a blessing for myself and for other people that have really utilized being able to talk to other members of Freedom Gamers about things.
sure.
So, and I know that when we started Freedom Gamers,
Framer gamers.
I got a little ahead of myself. So my brain and my mouth just weren't correlating at the proper time there.
Sure.
Uh, you know, the biggest reason for starting Freedom Gamers was the freedom to be ourselves and the freedom to break free of our shells and break free of our realities and kind of have that escape. And, for a lot of us, it's it's the most amazing thing to be able to have this group that is so diverse. We have people from all over the world, people from different backgrounds, different cultures, different ethnicities, different religious beliefs, different sexual orientations, whole nine yards. There's just a vast variety of people already in Freedom Gamers, and the fact that we can all come together with no shame of being who we are, free of judgment. We're a little bit more than just a gaming community. We're just one big misfit family.
Yes, yes. By the way, in the comments, yes, the logos are pretty dope. I'm not gonna lie.
Shout
Shout
out
out to
to
Nate the Juggalo. Oh, it's Nate, isn't it? Nate's the one who commented on the logos. Of course it is. But he's right. They are dope logos, regardless of who created them. They're amazing. I know that he is working on a logo for Freedom Gamers currently. He's putting out a bunch of different concepts right now, so really looking forward to what comes out of that. The problem is that if Southern wasn't so dang picky, we'd already have a logo from him. But that's Southern right there. It's like she wants the best or something for us. I don't know. But no comment from Southern. By the way, Panda Army said I have a weird laugh. Southern, do I have a weird laugh? I think we lost Southern for a second there.
1000%.
I have a weird laugh?
Also, I was wondering why you said no comment from Southern, because I definitely had something to say. How dare me not want, how dare I want the best for Freedom? How dare I? How dare I? And not like I didn't ask for a specific design from you like a month ago or anything like that I never got.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna get into this? Are we
Oh,
gonna go
yeah.
into this? Because I literally paid someone on Fiverr, but you told me no, let's not do it. Let's not do it.
No such thing. I mean, we can go back and forth about this all night, but I don't think people came here to hear a sheepy Southern spat. They came here to watch.
No, I think they did. Honestly, I think that's probably what they're looking forward to. When they get up in the morning, they're like, man, really want to hear Sheepy and Southern, just have at it, maybe in the meantime, while we're waiting for this match to start up, you, me, one-on-one in Vanguard. Let's see how that goes.
Oh, you're killing me here. Like you would in Vanguard.
Tell you what, I'll run melee, and you get to run guns.
You would still kick my ass.
You
I can
think
almost
so?
guarantee. No, I'm being a little exaggeratory right there, but I mean,
Exaggeratory? Is that chat, can we get a dictionary lookup for exaggeratory?
all right. I don't say things all the time that directly come from the dictionary.
No,
You
that's
just
for
kind
sure. That's 100%.
you just gotta like just let it go. All right. Where's Nate with his soundboard?
Nate is in the chat. I don't know
Nate.
about no soundboard, but I mean, I mean, what sound would you use anyway? Like, I mean, to me, unfortunate would probably be the most appropriate for. I mean, can we get like a, emotional damage on the
Or
soundboard?
just Elsa that.
So is Nate's not playing. He's just watching.
Yes. What's going on with our teams?
They are trying to figure something out. I'm not entirely sure, but they are working on it. So, but in the meantime, so we've done a few tournaments. Certainly not without, certainly not, without its faults, but certainly I think that we are all moving in a direction, to where, at the end of the day, what we're trying to accomplish, is, just give me 1 second. I'm sorry, I'm having to respond to people in the lobby. We're probably going to switch from Vanguard to Modern Warfare. Unfortunate. But yeah, it looks like we're going to switch. Hopefully everyone can switch over. I think we can. I think everyone.
I think I can.
Nate said a statement that represents something is better or worse than it really is. It would be an exaggeration to say I had morning sickness, but I did feel queasy. Yikes.
If Thumper was here, he would have asked Nate if he was pregnant.
Of course. Well, let's not talk about Thumper. I mean, and maybe, that's the thing. Maybe we can get. The problem is we're trying to be professional. So if I would love for Thumper to do like an intermission of stand up, but I'm worried that we won't get any donations if we do that. And so, but it's mostly a joke. He's extremely funny.
I'm going to point something out here.
Okay, go ahead.
Ever since Panda Army made that comment about your laugh, I can't unhear how weird it is.
It's not weird. It's not weird.
You okay. You sound like you would be the bait for the hyenas in that scene in Lion King.
Is this really what's going on? Are we really doing this right now?
Yes. So every time you laugh now, I just picture Timon and Pumbaa in luau gear trying to lure in the hyenas.
Interesting.
Please tell me I've watched The Lion King.
Well,
you have not.
Well, this was fun. We're gonna sign off here. But I hope everyone has a great night. Please donate to charity, please. Please, if you guys are interested in joining Freedom Gamers. Yeah, her ears are weird, aren't they? They are weird. Are they hers or Nate? Are you talking about hers or mine?
You hardly ever see my ears, so
But thank goodness. I
I'm
don't.
gonna go with sheep has the weird ears.
No. I mean, we'll see. We'll see. Nate will correct us.
I'm
Nate,
gonna go
Nate,
with
Nate will tell us who has the weird ears.
um. I'm a little concerned that you have not seen The Lion King. So let's revert
Of
back
course,
to
I've seen
that.
The Lion King. Who has not seen The Lion King? What are you talking
I'm
about?
I'm making sure because there have been times
That what I
that
haven't seen witchcraft? Yes.
no,
Look, just because you are into weird stuff doesn't mean that I have to be a part of it. Okay.
she just hears weird.
She just hears weird. Yep, that makes a lot of sense. Yep. And here's the thing, maybe that's why she speaks so weird. I've always kind of wondered why her accent is so weird. But this would make a lot of sense. This, the fact of the matter is that, you know, she doesn't say her words right. Um, you know,
Oh my gosh, here we go again. We are not doing this.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just stating facts.
Thank you very much.
I'm just talking facts.
I play cards just fine.
Do they though? Do they?
Yeah,
I don't think so.
yeah. Just because they're not how you pronounce them doesn't mean they're wrong. Maybe you're wrong. Who's
Okay,
to say
okay, okay. Hey, chat. Hey, get ready for this. Okay. Hey, Southern. Can you pronounce the word oil?
it's old?
Southern, can you pronounce the word old? OLD. Old.
I'm not doing this game with you right now. I don't like this very
Southern,
much.
can you use it in a sentence?
No, I don't want to. I don't
The
want to play. No, sir.
All of a sudden I'm sir.
Hold on. Let me try and say this without sounding. My old oil is old. No.
Yep. That sounds about right. Yep.
My old oil.
Clip it. Clip it. Can we get a clip? Can we get a clip in the chat?
It's oil. It's not.
Oh. Oh. And here's another one. Here's another one for the chat. Okay, you ready? It's FAR. Far. Can you say that?
Far.
Okay. Okay.
Right?
Okay. Now say FURR.
Fur?
So fur.
I said far.
Hey, say the word. Hey, can you say FIRE?
Far.
Okay, now say FAR.
Far. No, I can't.
Fire.
I hate you. I hope you know this. I hate you.
All on stream. So we apologize. We are still trying to get this running. They're having to switch to Modern Warfare, I guess.
Again, just I hate you. I hate you so much sometimes.
I mean, I feel like lots of people share that feeling. A lot of people are like, I mean, is there really that much difference between love and hate?
I mean, they're both passionate.
Passionate? That's the word you're gonna use?
Oh, I mean, it's a very passionate dislike or it's a very passionate like. So that's about all they have.
Passionate like. Tell you
I
what. I tell you what. Tell you what.
You stress me out.
Do I though?
You
Do I
stress me
though?
out. Yes, very much so.
Well, we are getting it set up. I mean, I think a lot of people at this point have, they have pre-ordered Modern Warfare 2. I mean, are you excited for it? I mean, you just kind of like, at this point. Like, I mean, what are your thoughts on the new game coming out in October?
Well, I'm pretty excited for it. I don't have the first Modern Warfare, but after like watching y'all play, and I know we did one of the tournaments with Modern Warfare, if I'm correct, right?
Yep, we sure did.
Yeah. So after kind of watching, the gameplay for the first one, I'm pretty excited for the second one, and I actually plan on buying it. Um, so
So you have not. So let me get this straight. You have not bought the game yet.
here's the thing about me, Sheep. So I'm gonna be pretty upset to spend
Oh, Nate. Love
$70
it.
on a order that I don't get to really utilize until October. So I'll pre-order it like 3 weeks before it drops. That'll make me feel a little bit better.
Well, Nate put out a really great comment. The comment was, "The fire is to dry the fire."
That word is fur.
Not unless you say it.
No, it's fur.
Mm. Mm.
So I'm understanding why you can't read correctly.
Oh. 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 Oh.
That word is clearly fur,
Not today, Satan.
and the other word is clearly fire, which
Fire.
is different from fur. Did you
Interesting.
call me Satan?
Interesting. You know.
Did you just call me Satan?
No, I was talking to Satan.
Hmm. Got it. Nate also hasn't pre-ordered the game yet, so
Yeah, but
you
Nate's
know
cool
I
though. But Nate's cool though.
here. What are you trying to imply exactly?
Nothing. Why would I imply anything?
Uh-huh.
I
Uh,
would never imply anything. I am
mm,
excited. I've heard some stuff, and so let me ask you your opinion as I state some of the rumors about the new game. Okay, ranked Warzone. What's your thoughts on that?
all right, so I started playing Warzone without it being ranked back in what, February?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can't get a kill to save my life in that game. And that's without any kind of ranked play. So me personally, um, I'm scared.
Well, supposedly, if it's ranked, now you're gonna play with people who are on the same level as you, and I think that's a complaint that people have is that sometimes the matchmaking isn't great. You know,
Well, I played
sometimes.
on Cold War, and like they me in personal experience, it's like they attempt to match you with similar skill levels, but from what I noticed is it almost seems like luck of the draw because you could have a really good match on, you know, at one point and then like a really bad match the next time, and then it just kind of like it from what I noticed, it's like it kind of does like an average based on the first few matches that you do before it sets you in your initial rank.
Mm-hmm.
And depending on who you're up against in those initial matches, I can remember one match I did amazing. It was probably one of the best gameplays I ever had. And then the next one I did really crappy. And then I got put in a rank with people that were slightly better than me.
Well, and
And
that's
I didn't
Nate said I like it because it constantly challenges you to get better and it might prevent from stream sniping. That may be very true, and that's a real problem. He has a really good point with that about the stream sniping. Although, granted, I'm sure like unless you're a streamer, you've really never had that problem before. But for those who do stream, that might be something worth looking into. Um, I'm a big fan actually. I'm a big fan of ranked. I see it in games like Apex. lots of games have ranking systems. You look at even something like what's that game with the cars and the ball? You know what I'm talking about? Southern. Gosh, I'm gonna get
Uh,
torn up in the chat for this. Um, what's the name of it? Very popular competitive game. Anyway, there's lots of ranking systems out there, and I think that would, I think Nate's right. It'll challenge. It gives you something to push for.
mhm.
It gives you a goal if you want it. And so and it's nice to feel the accomplishment of like, yeah, I moved up. I mean, they have ranked multiplayer. Not sure why they didn't never had ranked Warzone, and I think they're finally
Rocket
going to
League.
fix that. So
Ro- Rocket League.
Rocket League, that's exact. Yep, yep. Thanks, Nate. Rocket League. So I think it's good. Okay, so the next thing is that they're talking about. No, it's not COD Army Bum. Um, the next thing that I was going to talk about is this DMZ mode. And apparently, it's like Warzone and Tarkov had a baby. What are your thoughts? I mean, I don't think you've ever played Tarkov, but certainly
No,
you've
I
seen
haven't.
it.
Kind of. So for me, as I'm, I'm already kind of branching out more into video games. You know, when I first experienced Call of Duty, it was the very first Black Ops on
Mhm.
PlayStation 3, and all I would play was zombies. I mean, for hours. That's all I would play. And then I just kind of tapered off a little bit, played a couple Call of Duty games here and there. Um, but the online thing was still foreign to me. Um, and I think it was actually when I joined the last gaming community that I really started branching out and challenging myself a little more to the point to where I was actually willing to play multiplayer on Black Ops Cold War. I don't know if you were there for the very first multiplayer game that I did on Cold War, but Cynical is there, I think, and I didn't get a single kill to where they were in the VC asking what happened to Southern, and I'm like, "What are you talking about? I'm right here," because I didn't show up on the board at all with my 0 kill. Um, so there was that. So over the past 6 7 months, as I've played more and more multiplayer, I actually can manage to get kills on the board. Um, so that alone is already a challenge for me. And I'm just, as a gamer personally, I'm just not quite there yet as far as like expanding any more challenges. And I'm still learning and branching out even in the Call of Duty as far as Vanguard, Warzone, Black Ops, etc. So I'm pretty excited for the Modern Warfare 2 in that aspect of getting to branch out again and kind of open my horizons on video games.
Sure.
But I haven't really experienced Tarkov enough to understand the reference that you just made.
Well, and I mean, I'm with Nate 100%. I've tried Tarkov. So hard to play. Not to mention I had some technical errors when I was playing, and honestly, it kind of ruined it for me. But I mean, I think that what really is the draw, and I think that this is kind of a push now in the video game industry, especially when it comes to first person shooters, is
Mm,
trying to go for realism. You look at games and a lot of the we have some really popular games now, and games like Ground Branch, Insurgency Sandstorm, Escape from Tarkov. You got like kind of like the push for like these what do you call them? They're like the SWAT games and stuff, Ready or Not. So a lot of these like games are becoming more and more realistic, and I think people are enjoying that, and mostly because it's a challenge. They enjoy the challenge that is associated with having to be realistic. In COD, you never have malfunctions. You know, if you reload a mag, you don't have to worry about, you know, when you load a mag back in, do I have a full mag or not? You know, you don't even have to worry about like when you put attachments, how does that impact the weight of your gun? You know, and does that have a draw on your arms? And by the way, we are starting our first match, so we are going to switch on the stream to the gameplay. Really excited for this. So we got Chaotic Pandas, we got Nachyo Pandas, and we're about to watch some CDL hard points. Looking forward to this. So and it looks like we are watching Dub's team first, which I believe is Nachyo Panda.
A minute. Did they end up switching to Modern Warfare?
Yep, they did. Dubs with the first kill. And we're getting a little bit, I mean, it's very glitchy for me, unfortunately. This may be a problem. Yeah, it's very laggy.
So, with them switching to Modern Warfare last second like that, we've lost some teammates.
Yes, we have, unfortunately. So then I'm going to have to cut the stream on Discord to see if I can get it. Oh, I'm not even streaming it. I wasn't even streaming it in the first place. Give me 1 second, Southern. Hopefully this doesn't hurt any, but it's already kind of bad. Sheesh, I can't even... I apologize. I can't really get... Yeah, I mean, this is the best I can do right now on the stream. I apologize.
That's all right.
Well, at least I saw Banshee get a kill, but now he got taken out by Zanny. Looking at the scoreboard right now, Zanny 13 and 5. I mean, he's just 14 and 5, man. He is on a roll. I mean, next best player in the game right now, Dubs 7 and 2, 3.5 point kills death ratio. Pretty impressive. And gosh, Zanny racking in the kills, 17-5 right now. But at the same time, Nachyo Panda with the one-man advantage going on right now. They are leading 64-38 on the hard point. On this left side, Banshee is going to try to push, but he is surrounded here. Oh, taken out from behind. Like by Kyle. Now let's go ahead and switch. We're gonna watch Cynical for a second here. Cynical can't get the shots on him with the helo. Dubs taken out by Dubs. Army Bum now. Looks like Nachyo is holding their ground. I mean, you know, it really is an advantage to having that fifth person on the spot. So we're gonna watch Zanny for a second here. Running the MP5 in the knife. And from my point of view, I know it's laggy, but he is flying all across his map. 25 and 7. I mean, it's... Finally taking out Cynical, but also Cynical taking out his own teammates, Choxby and Zanny. Oh, yeah, you got team killed on that. Southern, is that stream working any for you? I mean, it's.
Kind of.
I mean, I promise you, it's laggy on my end. So.
You don't have to play for Discord.
Well, I mean, yeah. I don't think it hurts this game, so. But. $94.70. Nachyo Pandas. They've dropped a member. I'm not entirely sure. It looks like they switch now, or it's 4-4 now on the team. Dubs leading his team 16-7. Kyle 11-10. Zanny leading this match by a long shot 30-9. Despite Choxy, Cynical, and Nate all with 1 kill. We're gonna switch to Kyle real quick here. Kyle running MP5. Taken out by Zanny. Nate taking out Dubs as well. Finally on the point. They are gaining some ground, but Nachyo Panda holding the spot. They don't have that man advantage anymore. Kyle taken out. Zanny taking out Shay, so he can hear it at home. Zanny on a 5-kill streak. You know, about a 20-point advantage. They still seem to maintain that 20-point advantage, more or less. About 2.5 minutes left in the match. 15 seconds on this hard one. We'll see if they push to the next zone or not. You know, knowing Zanny, knowing Johnny, I mean, they are on top of it. They know their zones. They're going to move to the right spot. Kyle taking out Johnny. Running the side cop, but he gets taken out. Zanny taking out Choxy. Took out his own teammate. I'm not sure if that counts towards the kill totals or not, but he's at 38-13. Just rocking it. Dubs 20-12. Kyle 17-13. They're coming in from behind. Shay, Banshee 8 and 6 kills respectively. Nate at a +1 KD with 5 and 4. And what's interesting is that, you know, Shay is really the one who's on these points at 3. Although 1 minute and 11 seconds for Dubs, he's leading his team in time on the spot, on the hard point. Coming in, Kyle taking out Zanny. I'm sorry, but Zanny's still at 40-16. 159-88. They have really taken this match. Nachyo Panda has not let anyone have a point really in the last half minute or so. Moving on to the next point. Now, Chaotic Panda is trying to hold this spot. I mean, they only got a couple guys on the spot with more coming in. Zanny taking out Kyle.
So what teammates are on each team currently?
So currently we have Banshee, Shay, Kyle, Army Bump, and Dubs on Nachyo Panda, who is winning 162-108 with a minute 50 seconds left. Chaotic Panda has Zanny, Choxy, Johnny, Cynical, and Nate the Juggalo. So Nate's gonna get in on the action here. 4v5. It looks like Army Bum timed out from Nachyo Panda, and now down to 4 people. We'll see if they can hold on to this lead. With Chaotic Pandas having 5. It looks like Army Bum is back. Dubs 29-15. Zanny, he's just crushing it. 45-18. To add to his total. But when you look at Nachyo Pandas, Banshee, Kyle, and Dubs all with a minute and more on the hard point. I mean, that's making a big difference here. 176-111 with a minute left on the clock. Zanny getting some kills, and I don't know if they're going to be able to get this, but they are really pushing hard. Zanny leading the charge. Nate 6 and 8. Cynical 3 and 20. Johnny must have had some lagging issues. He's 1-1. Joxby 3-15, and I wonder if they're having some lag issues because, I mean, they are just. I mean, Johnny is not one to go 1-1. And I know the Army Bum has had to pull out a couple of times here. Danny with a turnaround kill. Getting a second, taking out Kyle on the zone. 200 to 113. A minute left on the clock. 50 seconds left on the hard point. I mean, that's a long time for this hard point. It just moved over. Nachyo Panda already on the spot. Kyle, Banshee on the spot. Zanny pushed into the zone. I mean, they're moving, but it's 212 to 114. It's about a 100-point difference. And the gap is too big for Chaotic Pandas to overtake it. Banshee, I see, taking someone out with the sword. Looks like it took out Cynical with the swords. Banshee taken out by Zanny coming into the zone. 220, 117, 30 seconds left. I mean, this is pretty much a done deal at this point. Moving on to the next hard point, 45 seconds left, but it doesn't matter much when you got 20 seconds left on the clock. Kyle, 27, 19, almost 2 minutes on the hard point. He leads the entire game. Zanny, 59 kills. I mean, and second after him is Dubs at 38. So, I mean, he is crushing it right now. .248, 119. I believe there's a 250-point limit, but there's 12 seconds left. So even if they get it, yep, that's it. Nachyo Panda's win. Score limit was reached, 250 to 121. I know for a fact that lag had a big part in it. I mean, Chaotic Pandas was down to 3 people at the end, but Zanny, play of the game. And now we go back to the lobby. So yes, they did switch over. And they are switching hosts currently, so hopefully that helps with it. So, apologies. Yes, we did switch to Modern Warfare. So, we're trying to get everything going. Southern, you still there? I think she's on mute.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay, got it. Yep. So,
I am going to be stepping away for a minute. I gotta lay the baby down for bed.
no problem. No problem. And we'll take a quick intermission real quick while we get the match set up, ready to go. We will be back in a moment.
Okay, I'm back.
I know you told your friend you're not okay. And tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. And guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away. As you fade away.
Yeah, I'm about to fade away, cause every time I wake up I feel like it's Monday. Something's going wrong with all the chemicals up in my brain. All of a sudden I don't look at anything the same way. Gotta build up of my thoughts sitting in an ashtray. I'm sorry that I'm so inconvenient, okay. Just let me be me and I'll stay out of your way. I can see the way you look at me, I'm such a disgrace. I never really asked to be brought into this place. You wanna love me? Well then baby I have a taste. All the highs and the lows, no you'll never be the same. I don't really wanna hurt you but I can't control the pain. If you're sticking by my side maybe we could be okay.
I don't know.
Okay, maybe you could be the change I need today. I promise that I've never felt this way. I really hope that you will choose to stay through all the pain.
I know you told your friend you're not okay.
Sorry, I'm listening. Can you hear me?
And tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. And guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away. As you fade away. As you fade away. I know you told your friend you're not okay. And tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. I guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away. As you fade away. As you fade away. I know you told your friend you're not okay. And tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. And guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray.
You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. Looking for change, looking for pain. Pulling a mob, pushing a train. I'll never stop, stick to a lane. Pick up the pieces and go rearrange. I'll be the best above all the rest, put me to the test and Expect nothing less, you check as I'm chess, what's happening next, yeah. He got the venom, a tangible weapon, no coming in second. This life is a lesson, he got a new engine from pain, that's a blessing. New focus, no guessing, just bold and obsession. All in his possession, you got their attention. I'll leave an impression and take your redemption. Just kill no discretion, your mind is a weapon. 11-11, it's time for progression, You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. People like sheep move feet, hurt it easy. You don't wanna be fast asleep when they scheming. Better stand tall, ready for a fight, believe me. When they try the chains, you can say no, free me. So he's been looking for some